Let's talk to Marco Colombo, who's a journalist in Italy, who had the great pleasure of seeing Keir Starmer in Italy, meeting up with Giorgia Meloni yesterday. Marco, very good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Could you tell us, Marco, just how successful Giorgia Meloni's policies have been? Because obviously Keir Starmer seems to think that she's got the answer.
Well, in terms of numbers, year on year, 2024 has seen a reduction in illegal immigration of 60%.
Right.
That is mostly people coming from Northern Africa. The reason being, Giorgia Meloni has been, well, as you can see here in the images, welcoming foreign leaders, especially the Tunisian president, the Moroccan king, and the leaders of Libya, a very troubled country. Those are the main countries that provide illegal immigration to Italy. Clearly, Italy has Sicily and the islands as the first port of arrival into the EU, into Europe. So Giorgia Meloni has not only welcomed Prime Minister from the Western world, Biden, and the German Chancellor, and yesterday the UK Prime Minister, but also she has developed what she calls a Piano Mattei, a Mattei plan. This is the name of somebody actually was in charge of oil back in the 60s, and so she's trying to develop growth in Africa, and at the same time, by promising money, agreeing with the local African leaders to stop migration in Africa.
Right.
Here you can see also the the Prime Minister meeting with Piantedosi, who is the Interior Minister. Keir Starmer yesterday in Rome was visiting the Italian Center for Migration as an example of how to tackle migration at source.
And so a lot of it has to do with money being paid to these countries so that the people don't leave. So what do those countries do to stop the people leaving?
Well, mostly is the Coastal Guard, the infamous Coastal Guard of Libya, which has been accused and investigating for violation and torture, but also trying to literally work with the local forces, enforcement agencies, to make sure that these boats do not take the sea. I mean, you had recently deaths and fatalities in the Channel. We do have them on a regular basis. I have to say also Meloni has been quite good at taking the subject out of the news, out of the major conversation. She's engaging and talking about growth. She's talking about Ukraine. Right. She's talking about European Union. Today she has the news that a new deputy president of the European Union has been appointed. So she's been moving the conversation beyond migration.
Right. And is she moving any of the migrants who are currently in Italy out of Italy?
What happens to the migrants in Italy? They come in. They try to cross with our bordering countries. France has actually, even though it's part of Schengen, has stopped the border. Right. Some try to get through the Slavic route, so Slovenia. Some try to go through Austria, and some will eventually arrive in Calais to your border. So Italy has been asking a European effort, and I think what Starmer yesterday has pledged to do with the money you mentioned, with the 4 million he pledged to Italy, is to be more European in this approach.
OK. Marco, good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. Marco Colombo, the journalist in Italy.